Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark. For over 10 years, dominating the podcast world. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to have some fun. Let's welcome your hosts, Blake, Sal, and Mark.
Now, Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals, and you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass. Hey, Red Solo Cup is cheap and disposable. In 14 years, they are decomposable, and unlike my home, they are not foreclosable. Freddie Mac kissed my ass. Woo! Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I love you, Red Solo Cup. I lift you up. Proceed to party. Proceed to party. Now I really love.
Hello, show with Mark live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram Live. I am one of your hosts, Blake. Let me bring on my co-host, the biggest in podcasting, and according to his screen, no longer timeless. Sal, how you doing?
So I finally made myself timeless, and now I can't do it anymore.
You know, I was so hoping I could figure out how to do it for you too. I was so hoping, and I couldn't figure it out. Oh yeah, I was trying for you. Oh man, I was really trying for you. So let's bring on our other co-host as I'm trying to still figure out all the settings here because there's so many buttons here I gotta press.
The hell is that?
No, it's called I was trying to get something to work. There we go. Let's bring on our other co-host, the man who's legend art wrestling historian, Mark. Dad, how you doing?
Doing well. Can't just wait. 1st of August. We're getting into the down of the summer vacations and the months and this.
Did you move?
You know, hey, I gotta say something. This is day one of our Wisconsin State Fair. It's a lovely fair. It's our great fair, and I'm not trying to copy a line from Oklahoma, but go see it.
Because what people around here are worried about is the Wisconsin State Fair right now. People are really worrying about that.
It'll give some boom to the.
Mark is going off on a tangent.
It has to be the earliest I've ever played that. It has to be the earliest ever. We'll be opening up this day before we run out of song. The song's almost over.
Hey, we're playing Toby Keith's Red Solo Cup, and for people that want to know, NBC Peacock will be having a special towards the end of the month about Toby Keith, and please give it a view because
I actually did not know that because I didn't know they're doing anything but the Olympics right now. Yeah. I didn't know they were doing anything but that.
This is going to be towards the end of August. So,
well, there you go. I was not aware of that. So, all right, as we're still figuring things out here, let's bring on our first guest here in our new live StreamYard era here. He's the man you heard 1,000 times. You're here 1,000 times on this show. He's our voiceover guy. He's also a longtime friend. Woo! Woo!
At long last, here we go again. Say his name and he appears. I believe in the nature boy. Woo! Gentlemen.
It's been a while, Kurt. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Always glad to be here. Thanks for bringing me on. I'm full swing back into wrestling now. Things are fantastic as of late, so I'm excited to talk about it.
By the way, that was so not rehearsed whatsoever. That was completely improv just now. That was not rehearsed.
I got my whole gimmicks going on. I'm here to Red Solo Cup. I'm like,
Yeah, but we did not plan that entirely just now. That was not planned. Like, that was completely...
And now for our really big show, we have a special guest a man of several voices and not of many, Mr. Kurt Hoffman.
Kurt, we have new toys now. We have new toys around here.
Awesome. I like the toys. Good.
It's been a while since you've been here. I've upgraded the system around here a little bit since you've last been here.
Along with the craziness.
I feel
The
like
future is now.
Yeah, I feel like I have to tell people that just because things got weird since a lot of people got left. I got a new soundboard, so everything got like changed and updated around here.
Nice.
So
you need me to do some drops for you to put on the soundboard?
oh yeah, by the way, for those who don't know, Kurt is the guy you hear. Anytime I do play one of our drops, it is Kurt. Anytime.
Blake, Sal, and Mark.
And so like when we do play, it's like
Let's see who Sal hated today.
that would be our boy Kurt. Here.
Oh, I can answer that question.
Who?
The city of Garfield.
Oh Jesus Christ! What happened?
What the hell happened now?
While I'm setting something up, so you explain. I haven't heard this yet. It's the first time I'm hearing this.
Yes, I got a letter in the mail today.
Oh no!
There apparently is a new city ordinance that we are not allowed to have visible trash cans.
What?
What?
So if you
Invisible
have visible trash cans, you have to move them behind your house.
What if you have invisible trash cans?
Don't you live in an apartment? I just thought like,
No.
you live in an apartment.
Throw a blanket over it and say it's a sofa.
There you go.
I should do that. I mean, like really, like of all the things to worry about, the streets are full of potholes. The crime is getting out of control. A man was fucking murdered right around the block from my house a year ago.
That's not a lie. That's
And
not a lie.
and that's not a lie. And you're worried about my trash can being visible?
Didn't your car get crashed into last year too? Here's when that happened last year, right in front of your house.
Yes.
Right in the building. Yeah, last year.
The Britney 3 was murdered in cold blood. Yes.
literally. Like, so, by the way,
But they're worried about my trash can being visible from the street.
convenience of doing a night show. The sun's going down, so I won't have to do the sun glare that much longer. So I don't have to deal with this longer tonight. But so
Wait a minute, is it okay if they're metal trash cans or plastic trash cans?
They can't be visible from the street, according to the new ordinance.
that is
I
ridiculous.
throw a blanket over it that says definitely not a trash can on it. That'll sway them.
Or you could put a sign over it that said free, just empty contents.
Solid plan.
So, all right. What's one thing before we get to things? So one thing for me, we are very busy the next month. I know the three of us are really busy. We're all traveling. Actually, all three of us are traveling this month. That's how busy we are.
We are.
All three of us are traveling. So our schedule actually got put together like 2 months ago because I had to go around traveling and all that kind of stuff. So I do have our schedule, and I'm going to put it up on our Instagram page so people can follow along with us for the next month. And this is our schedule for the next month, and it's pretty much just saying where we're going to be. We have live shows coming up. We have a special game show edition we're doing. A bunch of fun stuff that we're doing for the next month. So, make sure you join us. It's also Dad Kyle and CJ are going to Pan Expo. Me and Mandy are going to be in New York. Like, we have a lot going on.
Oh, regarding Fan Expo, I got a memo or I got an update, and the person that is coming to replace all the kids.
I know. I'm not. I trust me.
Coming on Sunday. Come on, you're killing me.
I serve Rosario Dawson, which is like, for those wondering about behind the scenes, Pan Expo Chicago is going on the same weekend I'm in New York. And this is not a big deal because we planned this like this. But the problem was when we planned this, it was like, okay, they're dropping guests out, not big deal. And then they announced they're doing this big Ahsoka panel. Like, God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. So anyway.
Can I make a mention that Dad's thing just says Dad on the bottom that I'm just noticing?
Yeah.
Well, I can fix that. Give me a minute. I can give you a minute. I can fix that. I can fix that.
Oh, God.
But
Confused.
before I do that, I have to do this real fast. More part of the new toys here. I can actually do this one. But one of my other things, I make sure I didn't have to edit that much. So when I do this, I can say, "Go pick up Andy's book." I know I am. And Untapped Publishing now in English and in Spanish.
Them kids.
and do
10
that
kids.
instead. There you go. That saved me some time. There you go.
I think I just fingered Kurt for a moment there.
That's gonna be a fun show. So,
Holy cow! Does that mean we guys should like go? Never mind.
not,
No, that's another website. All right.
oh my God, you guys
Fans only, is that it?
you guys are killing me. We just started. You guys are killing me already.
What happens when you have a live show? Anything, everything can happen.
No. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for doing live shows like this. So random buttons on my soundboard now. That's not the way I wanted. That's the one I wanted. There we go. Anyway, let's do this with not waste much time. Oh, wait, before I do that, so I know I've been watching a lot of Olympics. My work schedule is so convenient for the Olympic Games that I get home right in time to see like massive medal events. Like my work schedule is so convenient. It's so nice. I've been watching like all the medal events. I get home right as they're live. It's been great.
Gold Zone rules, by the way. Gold Zone on Peacock. It's like NFL Red Zone, but for the Olympics. I've been obsessed with that. Scott Hansen, the same host of the Red Zone that I watched.
Well, I didn't know that. I have to do that tomorrow. I didn't know he was hosting that. I've been watching YouTube TV to do like 4 boxers like this, where you can watch like 4 at one time.
Go to Peacock, go to the Olympics section, find Gold Zone. It's literally Scott Hansen from 7, whatever, like in the morning. I was about to say 7 a.m. New York time, but
whatever time,
in the morning, going all the way through 10 hours.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I love that idea. I absolutely love it.
When does he find time to go to the bathroom?
Well, he did the NFL Red Zone. NFL Red Zone. Well, did anyone hear did you ever see the clip of NFL Red Zone last season where Scott Hansen, there was a fire alarm going off?
I saw it.
Podcast, and he had to actually sign off, but they left the game running because they had to finish the game that was on.
It was amazing.
I just got a message from my girlfriend Judy. She says it should say "Hot Dad" under my name.
No, we're not going to do that. Oh, she's watching. Hi, Judy.
Why not?
Confused Dad.
Hell no, not yet.
Dad with 1980s computer.
No. It's not 1980s. It's now.
I don't know how long it takes to really get that.
It's 1989. What the hell?
On that note, let's do this.
And now, let's get into the crazy world of professional wrestling.
Look at Kurt's face. Like, I'm hearing myself. Like, what the hell's going on?
I thought we handled the echo problem before. What's going on?
That fellow sounds kind of familiar.
It's coming from the spirit world. Yeah, that's it.
So, all right, here's what we're going to do. So, because we were off the last couple of weeks, took a little summer break, and we've been off the last couple of weeks, we're not going to spend like an hour trying to catch up on everything because Sal tries to drive Sal nuts when we do that. It drives Sal absolutely crazy when we do that. So I decided we're going to do this a little faster than we normally do.
Okay.
We're going to do the highlights of the last couple of weeks.
So what did I miss?
So I'm going to go speed through, and if anyone wants to stop me or say anything at the end, please do. First of all, Nick Nemeth is now the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and that happened. AEW Blood and Guts ended extremely anticlimactically, and this is actually Jack Perry lit on covered in kerosene. There you go, quote unquote. New Japan G1 has been happening. New Japan G1 has been happening. There you go. The New Japan G1 has been happening, and this is the standings, and no one knows. Everybody believes in Joe Henry, except for Josh Alexander and Gallus. And last night, Bryan Danielson announced he's putting up his career against Swerve Strickland at All In. Any thoughts on any of those topics, Sal?
So Swerve's gonna win.
It sure sounds like it. It sure sounds like it. We'll talk about
When we hit like pretty much the 1 year mark of him saying that he was going to retire in a year.
Oh, his contract expired today officially.
Oh,
his contract. He said that on Dynamite last night. His contract expired today.
So is he going to be doing like the John Cena thing where he's going to show up at these different things?
It's not going to be 18 months. That's all I know. It's not going to be an 18-month retirement.
So he can like go to WWE real quick and then
If he,
do the all-in thing.
he can pop up at SummerSlam. He won't do that, but legally he can.
I can see him popping up on NXT.
Just randomly. Why not? NXT is like one of the best shows on TV that like half of the show isn't watching.
He and
Joe Hendry
can
is
tag team.
meteoric on his rise. It's insane. I barely heard of him up until like
Say his name and he appears.
Yes.
Damn, he's everywhere.
and that guy's theme song has been drilled into my brain, having a permanent residence for the last 2 months.
Say his name and he appears.
But no one said his name.
I can do that better. Anyway,
I think Bryan Danielson and Joe Hendry should come to NXT, form a tag team, and get the tag team belts away from Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
depending how the Rascals are going to, MSK is going to beat them next week. I'm not really worried about that. So, because it was requested.
Say his name and he appears.
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So, by the way, what happened there? I have two different screens going on here. And I hit the wrong mouse, which is why he's trying to hear. He's trying to hear.
Fuck them kids.
I'm hearing that randomly. I hit the wrong mouse. I have two screens going on here. One has my graphics and one has my.
I thought you were trying to go for I say his name and he appears. I believe in fucking them kids. Fuck them kids.
So
Do
anyway,
we have a picture of Sal on?
it's right there. Actually, there you go. There's Sal.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh, what about the picture with my little quote on it?
Where was I?
See, here's the thing.
I'll put that on the topic for next week. I'll put that on.
I got it.
I think for next year we should find out how many downloads from like iTunes and Spotify and everything that Joe Hendry's got for his song.
You hit the charts in the UK, so you can't put it up on your screen.
I'm only allowed to upload one.
Oh, I got it handled. I'll figure it out. Give me a second. Give me a couple minutes. I'll figure it out. But anyway, let's move on. Any other thoughts on the other topics that I brought up here? I don't like the blood and guts with meh. The G1's been great. I'm not getting into it because by the time people hear this, it's going to be Saturday, and like half the people, like the whole another night, it's going to happen. By the time people hear this on the podcast,
Didn't get exciting until the last like 3 minutes.
blood and guts was just boring. I'm not gonna lie, I was bored.
I really thought that there was going to be a fireball lit in Jack Perry's face. I really did.
No, I didn't. The problem is they weren't going to let him on fire. That's the problem. That's kind of the problem of the whole thing. They were not going to let him on fire. Like,
Oh,
he wasn't.
Someone a lesson.
To do it. They weren't going to do it this time because he wasn't in the actual like clothing to do it this time. Like, so
It should have been glass.
I don't know. It was anticlimactic to me. The whole thing was anticlimactic to me. So, all right. I just wanted to bring those up topics up for those who were a little bit lost, and we'll get into more WWE. Trust me, we're going to get into all AEW in a couple of weeks in our live stream with Rich Fan. In a few weeks, we're talking about all in this time in a couple of weeks. So there you go.
And we can debate.
We will talk more about that when we get there.
Okay.
Let's go on to WWE. Before we get to SummerSlam, can I give them credit for putting together a really good fucking SmackDown for tomorrow night? We're doing this live tomorrow night, but the day before, when people hear this on Saturday, but tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some blockbuster fucking matches on this show. And the first one would be the WWE Tag Team Championship match. It is DIY versus the Bloodline, Diego Fatu and Tama Tonga. I did not expect them to be putting a belt on top of Diego Fatu so quickly.
There's a kitty.
There's a kitty right there, yes.
Kitty.
Yeah, hello, Wilson. Oh, he said,
Good timing. That was great timing.
$1 million.
Anyway, any thoughts on the DIY Bloodline match that's happening on SmackDown?
Meh.
I guess the whole thing is like,
Bloodline.
what purpose does it serve unless you're trying to show how strong the bloodline is by kicking the ass out of Gargano and Ciampa, but
Well, I think this is just a showcase for Jacob Fatu, personally. Kurt, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna. Maybe they're. I mean, it seems like Gargano and Ciampa, as great of a tag team they are, doesn't seem like it's working well with the fans. I don't know. Maybe they're kind of pulling the plug on the DIY experiment, and they're going to pass the belts over to the Bloodline to try to strengthen the Bloodline. At least they'll have some gold because, I mean, skipping ahead to SummerSlam, I don't think they're going to get all the gold.
Exactly.
So at least they'll have something.
Yeah, tag team title being there would make the most sense. So,
Yeah.
by the way, Sally, I changed it. I fixed it for you. Now it says new Bloodline.
oh, there you go.
There you go. And
So,
New
we're
blood,
gonna
like
see
WCW.
the Samoan werewolf go nuts.
oh my God, I love Jacob Fatu's. I'm so excited he's getting a push. I'm so damn excited for him. I really am.
It would be awesome if he just beat them both up and won the tag team titles, and Tama didn't even get tagged in.
Oh, Chip, it would do that.
You know that would do it. That would do it.
It would be amazing.
That would do it.
So, all right. The other tag team title match, they're finally doing the rematch. They're doing it on SmackDown. It is the Unholy Union who defended on NXT Great American Bash this week. Not a very good match, I guess metaphor. And they're facing Bianca and Jade. I don't know if they're going to put the belts on Bianca and Jade. I honestly don't know what they're doing here. I thought we'd move on from this.
I got a theory.
What's your theory?
Theory is that Alba Fire and Iodon still have the belts, and because of the loss, Jade can't take it, and she implodes on Bianca Belair.
I don't. Are we setting that up now, though? We're going to set that up and we're going to pay it off at Mania or something? You think that's going to happen right now, or?
I think it's going to happen now because you kind of see that there's a little bit of distance or separation, a little bit. They don't seem as cohesive as they did when they first got together. I think there's a difference of opinion.
Kurt, I hear you reacting to that. Your comment?
Well, this will work out with me trying to get past how, like, well, they're not going to change both the tag titles on one SmackDown. That wouldn't make sense, though, if the point of the match is to start the program with Jade and Bianca. That makes sense. I could see that happening.
True.
That's why they want to keep the belts on Fire and Dawn. I don't know, because they're also not doing it for me.
Now, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to have this be the match that breaks them up. And you know what? I mean, there's plenty of good pay-per-views coming up that they could, work for.
You know what's funny is I keep underestimating the fact that we're doing like Bash at Bash at Berlin and things like that are like actual shows that we're doing. You know what I mean?
The German pay-per-view is coming up in 3 weeks after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where they'll have the match right there. That'd be the barn burner right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, maybe we'll do something there. They have these actual big international shows. They really do have to do something with. They really have to do something at these big shows. So I don't know. We'll move on. And then on Monday Night Raw, before we get to SummerSlam, big match happening. We're finally getting the Wyatt Six in the ring. Finally getting it. So you missed it. They came down and they showed you this is not going to be like the Fiends and all them. They took their masks off to attack Chad Gable and the Creeds. I don't know what the hell they did to Dexter Lumis, but that's a whole different story.
He got a weave.
That was weird. I'm excited for this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually excited they're finally getting in the ring. I know, Sal, you've been iffy about this whole thing for a while. What do you think?
Yeah, meh.
You're mad still about this? Okay.
I'm over it. Yeah, I'm still over it.
Kurt, we haven't had your thoughts on this. Your thoughts on your opinion on the Wyatt Six right now?
It's really weird. We've had such a long hype fest going into this. Now they finally show up, and I'm like, okay, well then this is how we're going to get Bo Dallas against Chad Gable, SummerSlam. And all of a sudden, that's not a thing. I'm like, what's going on here? There's some weird reasoning behind this. Not to mention, we get the other three guys debuting before Bo Dallas does. It's just something seems very odd about it. The timing seems very off, and Dexter Loomis now looks like an early '90s movie interpretation of a weed dealer.
Is he the weird dealer in the 4:30 movie, Kevin Smith's new movie?
What was that?
Is he going to be like the weed dealer in Kevin Smith's new movie that's based in the early 90s?
That's precisely what I was thinking.
No, with this appearance on Raw, Dexter Loomis has shown more emotion and more body language.
He actually talked.
Yeah, than anything else. So, I mean, if this is the way to kind of get his character over, so be it. I think I like it. The only thing that when you mention anticlimactic, it's kind of like, so be it. The tape thing, giving the VHS, I'm over that shtick. That's just, let's throw that one out right away.
I still have no idea why they were randomly going after Pat McAfee. That was weird and random. I didn't understand any of that. That was weird and silly and weird, and I don't know. That was random and weird. But whatever. That's happening finally. At least we're getting them in the ring, and maybe we'll actually start making sense of things finally. Finally.
I feel like there's a lot of beta process going on in this. It seems like some stuff that they were doing before, they're no longer doing now. It's like this is like a feeling out process to see what exactly the temperature is going to be with such a group like this.
It's true. It's very, very true. So let's move on. Let's get right to the pay-per-view we are here to preview today. And I had the music up here, and there we go.
I'm just another thinking overusing tall drinking short fuse and getting in my own way. I'm just a blood stain, folded hands, throwing back the milligrams.
I honestly did not expect WWE to be in the jelly roll business, but that's what they are in.
He's
Dead End Road, 16 song of SummerSlam. Apparently he's on the Twister soundtrack. I thought that was pretty funny. And he'll be performing live at SummerSlam. So I like jelly rolls. I can't complain. I actually don't mind it at all. But I didn't expect that to happen at all.
The man was here.
Rock would get in the jelly roll. I know
the man was here when he performed for Harley Fest. So I mean, he's like everywhere. He's popping up and he's popular. So I mean, why not?
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised knowing the fact that they're actually doing something relevant with the star that's actually recent. Like it's surprising.
And remember, it's a different era now.
I know,
but you want comparison to old era, new era? Last year's SummerSlam, it was "Born to Be Wild." That was the theme song of SummerSlam. The motorcycle song in Detroit for cars.
They were in Nashville, so having this all makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that. Let's get into SummerSlam because we can. We don't have a whole lot of matches to talk about, which is actually, can I say that? I love the fact that WWE reviews are shorter now. I love this. Like, we haven't talked about it much because we haven't previewed about the PLEs. PLEs, the international ones haven't been worth previewing. But, I love these shorter shows. I love it. Did you happen to hear the petty thing they're doing, though? So Collision moved up their time slot earlier in the day because so they don't get to head to SummerSlam. So then WWE decided to extend their pre-show to go on at the same time as Collision.
Oh, no.
But 4:00? Oh, that's
wait. So it's like a 3-hour pre-show.
Actually, putting on a long. The first hour is probably going to be crap, and then the actual pre-show would be a 2-hour pre-show, like it's supposed to be. But they're doing it on purpose to fuck with Collision. What's funny to me is, who the fuck's gonna watch this whole pre-show when the Olympics are going on? Who the fuck's gonna watch this whole pre-show? I know I'm not watching. If there's a major event going on at 4:00, I'm watching the Olympics.
I'm actually going to the American Dream tomorrow, Saturday, so I'm probably gonna miss pretty much all of the pre-show.
Oh, that's the pre-show. There's no matches now, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So
I figured.
who is doing the pre-show? The original trio?
I think it's probably still Barrett, Big E, and Jack Ribbon.
Okay.
That's who did the last show, and they were great. I really enjoyed the pre-show last show, but I just don't understand why it's 3 hours during the Olympics.
Unless of course,
especially Odd Peacock. You know what I mean?
well, they're in competition with themselves.
You never know.
no.
You may get like the odd appearance of a CM Punk that just happens to walk by.
Well, let's get into the show. We have 7 matches announced. If they announce anything on SmackDown, we don't know about it, obviously, because we're recording this on live on Thursday night. So if they announce anything on SmackDown, but I doubt they will, because they even do that the last couple of times. Hence why we have those tag matches. Those tag matches would have been on the show probably. It's just at the old times.
Yeah.
They say we do it on SmackDown instead. So let's get into things. First of all, let's start with the Intercontinental Championship match. It is Sami Zayn taking on Braun Breaker. And we'll have to hear, luckily Pat McAfee isn't the PLE, so we don't have to hear him barking the entire time he comes down to the ring. I don't know if anyone showed the video, by the way. There's a video of Braun Breaker on Pat McAfee's show, and he did a full entrance, and then they had somebody holding up a sign that says Canada is better than the US, and they had him spear him through the set, which might be one of the funniest videos I've seen on Pat McAfee in a long time. One of the funniest things I've seen in a long time on Pat McAfee's show.
Okay.
Oops.
So, the interview went, but that made me laugh really hard. So, I'm sorry, Kurt. What do you think of this match? Go.
It has to be Braun Breaker. You can't give him a second shot like this and then have him lose again. That just doesn't make sense. I think they said, time's up. Braun Breaker is going to be the guy. We're going to give the belt to him. And I'm going to go even farther and say how many times he keeps mentioning Sami Zayn's comedy show, which is going to be like an hour or so after SmackDown tomorrow. Sami Zayn is getting speared in front of a live audience during his comedy show. That's my prediction.
That wouldn't even surprise me. That would not, or at the end of the show. Right at the end of the show, the whole set's over, and then boom, they spear him off like the stage. That would be
and then you see a flash of light coming stage left out, and just kills him.
He spear him into the crowd, so that he's safe. The crowd catches him and like just randomly. And it turns into like an ECW show where they're like around the
that Braun's going to be the hook to get Sammy off stage. Is that it? You know, he ain't come off.
They have a time limit for the venue, so they have to get something.
Music plays, and there you go.
That's good. All right, Dad, what do you think?
Gotta go with Braun. I mean, to basically build him up and not put a belt on him is just simply ludicrous. I don't mean the rapper.
I know. I was going to say, Ludacris is not a part of this match.
No, Ludacris. No. All I was going to say was, I actually, as much as I love Sammy, he is better working from behind and not holding a belt. So I think it makes more sense that, by the way, Sparkle's birthday today. So if you hear a dog, it's probably Sparkle. Sparkle's birthday, she turns 3 today. So, anyway.
I thought that was Braun Breaker.
So I actually think Braun will win the title here. I think it's time. Sammy's into the belt. I have a feeling they're going to be sending Sammy and Jay after the tag team titles. The whole Judgment Day thing going on. So could they actually have them beat the Judgment Day on Monday? Clean. So, yeah, I'm going to say Braun Breaker. Sal, you agreeing?
I'm agreeing. Then again, I've been saying that Sammy was going to be losing like the past 4 matches. So,
I know.
So you know what? I'm going to be different. I'm going to say that Sami Zayn's going to retain. How about that?
Ooh, look at you!
What the hell? And I will be wrong again.
It's like Dad in the old days with Roman Reigns.
Have you been sniffing the airplane glue again, or what? Holy!
hanging out with the Rascals. That was going on here.
That's it.
Yes.
Although, can I just say, I love the fact that they brought the Treehouse to NXT on Tuesday from TNA. They brought the Treehouse over and they did the Treehouse segment like that's amazing on NXT. I openly laughed. I'm like, I can't believe we're doing this. That was amazing to me. So, all right. Next up, we have the WWE United States Championship. It is. We're in Cleveland, not Nashville. We were in Nashville for fucking Blood and Guts. That's why I got confused. We're in Cleveland because it's Cleveland's own Logan Paul, even though he doesn't live in Cleveland and he actually lives in Puerto Rico. Versus L.A. Knight.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm just going to go first because if I don't pick him, man, he's going to kill me. It's about damn time he gets the belt off Logan Paul. and it goes to LA Knight. So LA Knight wins the title here, finally, after all the time we finally put a belt on him. Sal, I see you agreeing with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the part-time thing is pretty much run its course at this point. So, yeah, I mean,
I don't see him going away. I just don't think the belt is needed anymore.
yeah, and we gotta put the belt on LA Knight and
Yeah,
and ride the wave.
Kurt.
Yes.
Oh, I got our
Not
streets out.
LA
Placement here.
LA I mean,
Can that be the preview picture?
I was just saying that. I was just about to say that. Just recap the show.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, seriously though, LA Knight has to win it. I mean, they need to keep his push going, and losing against Logan Paul would not be helping him at all. It's time for LA Knight to take another step forward. Let's give this man a belt.
100%.
But Prime is delicious.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
We say this all the time. CJ hates Logan Paul, but loves Prime, and has
It's
like
so
a Prime. He has like a shrine of all the empty bottles in his room. Like, like we were at the arcade, and he found a WWE Prime bottle and got it for his collection.
I've yet to see one of those. I'd love to try.
I saw a bunch of. I think I saw one some at Woodman's the other day, actually, here in Kenosha. In Kenosha, I saw a bunch at Woodman's. So Dad, LA Knight, Logan Paul.
You gotta take the belt off of Mr. Son of a Bitch. Product placement. You know, let me put my logo in the middle of the ring mat. Let me put my hydration station over there. Let me just shove it up your ass and say it's time for LA Knight to start his reign. There.
LA Knight's gonna start his Roman Reigns. What?
No, not Roman Reigns. His reign, his title reign.
Oh.
Uh-oh, Mark is going off on a tangent.
How did he say that and his mouth didn't move? That was pretty impressive.
Good poke with that. Look, watch. I can drink while I speak. Listen.
Uh-oh, Mark is going off on a tangent.
Man, as good as Jeff Dunham. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I can see it now. Kurt's gonna have a prime bottle on a steak.
I'd like to know, by the way, we have a private chat. Me and Kurt are not talking about this stuff. We're doing this improv. We're not doing this at all. All right. Let's move on. Let's go to the women's championship matches. Let's start with the WWE Women's Championship. This is the SmackDown title for those who don't remember, because a lot of people don't remember the names of the titles yet. The WWE Women's Championship, it is my girl Bayley against Nia Jax. We have Tiffany Stratton in the background with the Money in the Bank. And by the way, Sal, they did cover it. They destroyed the Money in the Bank, and Nia's going to be gifting her a new case soon.
Oh yay!
So
Because she's the queen and she can do that.
We're going to hear a special case soon, finally, hopefully.
Bedazzled?
Hopefully. I hope so. This match is weird for me, because I don't want Nia Jax to hold the belt. It's not even if Bayley wasn't holding the belt. I don't want Nia Jax holding the belt. I just don't, personally. I don't want Bayley to lose here, but I have a weird feeling you're going to take the belt off her. It's a gut feeling of mine.
Why do you think that?
I don't know why. Just from watching SmackDown, it's just a gut feeling of mine that they're pushing Nia, and they're going to make her like the heel, to hold on to the belt until maybe like the Rumble, and then take the belt off her. That's my gut feeling. I'm still picking my girl because I can't go against her, but that's just my gut feeling. Kurt, what do you think?
He just reminded me of something. The fact that Nia Jax's pal Stratton's got the briefcase. So now Nia Jax would have the belt. She'd be telling Stratton, "Don't you cash that in on me." And we gotta wait a while. And then she finally cashes, maybe does a face turn on Nia Jax, perhaps.
Well, I think
Sadly,
Tiffany's like half face as it is already. Tiffany's like half face as it is. So
yeah. So I guess Nia Jax is going to have to win the belt motor for that storyline to happen. I guess it's going to be Nia Jax, which sucks because Bayley deserves better.
you know what's funny for me, and I said this to CJ because CJ asked me this question. I'm like, I would have zero problem with Tiffany cashing in on Bayley because it's Tiffany and it's somebody new. I'd have zero problem with that, honestly. That's just my personal opinion. I would have issues with that. Sal, what do you think on this whole thing?
This is a tough one. Um, I'm gonna just I'm gonna say it's not gonna be a pinfall or whatever. It's gonna be like a DQ.
Ooh, you're going that route. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
don't do
anyone's
that
gonna
very
win.
often on paper. They don't do that very often on PLEs.
I could see it happening. Nia loses her cool or whatever.
Or Tiffany interferes and now you get pissed at her. Something like that. It
Yeah.
happened too. Like, Dad, what do you think?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think Nia's going to end up winning the belt, but Tiffany's going to run interference for her to gain that belt, and then Tiffany's going to pick her shot to get the belt off.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens there. Let's go on to a match I know a lot of people are looking forward to, and I can't wait to see Sal's reaction because I know how much he loves this feud. It is the Women's World Championship. It is Liv Morgan taking on Rhea Ripley. I mean, if anyone didn't learn a lesson this past Monday, you don't mess with the Jersey Girl. You don't mess with the Jersey Girl. That's what you learned this week on WWE Raw. So, Sal, I'm going to throw it to you first because I want to hear your thoughts on Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio in the background. and for the love of the Judgment Day.
Okay, let's get serious for a second here.
Let's
All right,
get serious
so
for a second.
so it's very obvious. Thank you. It's very obvious that Liv Morgan is the what do they call it, the transitional champion or whatever. It's very obvious that Rhea is going to take her title back because she shouldn't have lost it in the first place when she got injured. Liv Morgan is going to be a typical Elwood Park slut, and she's going to lose, and she's going to cry about it, and then she's going to hopefully go away for a very, very long time and go wash dishes at the EP diner. How about that?
There you go.
Holy crap.
I really wanted my face off the screen for that rant. I just really wanted my face off the screen for that rant.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? Like basically hide your trash cans so they're not visible?
They're actually repaving one of the roads in Elwood Park, so maybe they could just just pave over her. How about that?
Let's see who Sal hated today.
Very consistent. It's very consistent. Kurt, now that the hatred's over, your thoughts on this match and the fight of the Judgment Day. Go ahead.
It's interesting. I mean, you would think the obvious thing could be Dominic and Liv were in on it the whole time, and they screw Rhea out of the match. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Dominic is going to feel like he's helping, trying to prove that he belongs to Rhea, and he's going to mess it up. And Rhea's going to dump him on the spot, and he's going to be. I mean, I think it gets to the point where Liv won't even take him back. He'll be in a low spot. But I think this is going to be a one of the steps to what I'm eventually going to be talking about, which will be the destruction of Judgment Day after SummerSlam.
Fair enough. Dad, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, it's time to take the belt off of Liv and put it back on Rhea. But to do it, you want to do it in a way that's a little bit controversial. So, I mean, Dominic, does he play a role in it? Yes, somewhat. But then I think I see Damian coming down as big brother to help out Rhea. And in the process, something happens. And lo and behold, yeah, Liv is going to get knocked out, and Rhea's going to cover her for 1, 2, 3 and take back her belt.
All right. I haven't given my thoughts yet. So how I see this happening, there's one of two things are going to happen here. Either Dom is going to turn on Rhea and sign with Liv, and Liv's going to win the title, and then Sal's going to lose his mind.
Let me clutch my pearls. How dare you say that?
Number two, here's a theory that a lot of people aren't thinking about. I've been seeing it all over TikTok. I want to put this theory out there. if you look at the vandalism, I know Sal apparently is it's like Sal is treating Raw like a drug, where he's slowly phasing his stuff out of it and like getting himself off of it to go to Netflix and then actually watch it. So like that's what's going on right now. So he's not actually watching the show. But anyway, so she vandalized the entire clubhouse, but she did not spray over Finn's face.
Okay.
So she's aligned with Finn.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Well, she is a slut, so that would happen. Yes.
So maybe that's the case, and she still retains the title, but Finn turns on the Judgment Day instead, or Finn turns on Rhea, and then we figure out something later with Priest and Gunther, which we'll get to in a minute. But I see Liv retaining.
Okay, I can't see it, but instead of Finn causing a disruption, why doesn't the Demon cause a disruption?
That's intriguing. It's been a long time since we've seen the Demon. It's been since Mania last year since we've heard the Demon.
Because then Finn can honestly say, "I didn't do it. It was the Demon."
When was Edge's last match? When was the last WrestleMania match? But that last is this past WrestleMania, last WrestleMania. I lost track. Whatever that was.
Red versus purple match where they had like purple kendo sticks versus red kendo sticks.
I don't think that was last. I don't know what that was, but yeah. Whatever that was.
They went to the Star Wars merch store. Got some lightsabers.
All right. That's that. Let's move on. We have the only non-title match on this show, but it's a big one we've all been waiting for since WrestleMania. And that would be CM Punk finally having a wrestling match against Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth Rollins and whatever the hell he's really wearing as referee for this match.
I got another thing we can add. How long is it before CM Punk gets injured?
3 minutes and 27 seconds into the match.
5 minutes and 24 seconds.
Over under 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Here you go. So here we go. By the way, do you realize this is his first? This is CM Punk's first singles match period since All In last year?
Yep.
On television.
Wow.
All In last year.
That's pathetic.
He's hoping he doesn't have to take the subway system in Cleveland to find his way to the stadium.
They'll actually pick him up at the airport, though. That's the difference. They'll actually pick him up at the airport. But no. So actually, this is interesting. So he hasn't had a match in WWE, a singles match in over 2 years. Cole said that on Raw. He hasn't had a match one-on-one since All In, and especially his only. And apparently, he did have 2 matches, house show matches on the Christmas card after he returned, but those don't count because they're house show matches. So here we go. Officially. And I've been looking forward to this match. I'm not going to lie. I am looking forward to this. This match is going to be a war, and I hope Seth doesn't ruin it. I really hope Seth does not ruin this match. Shenanigans. Under normal circumstances, if this wasn't Punk's first match back, if he was back the whole time and if he was brewing the way it's supposed to be brewing like a normal feud, I can see Drew winning this match. And then Punk getting his win back at the Bash of Berlin show. But I don't see him having Punk lose his first match. I just don't see it. So I'm picking Punk with the caveat that I really, really, really want Drew to win. Sal, what do you think?
That's an interesting way to think about that, because I was going to say he's going to re-aggravate his injury, but not really. And then have Drew McIntyre absolutely destroy him with Seth, trying not to do the 3 count or whatever, but, he kind of has to because, he's on the mat for 20 seconds.
You missed Seth saying, I will only put the count to 3 when I want to count to 3. He actually said that sentence.
That. Well, there you go. So I say Drew's going to win. Give himself that validation and vindication that, he beat CM Punk. And then, do a rematch down the road. But I don't know. But that's the thing. That's the beauty of this feud, is that it's been so good outside of the ring that they can go 8 different ways with this.
I 100% agree with you, Kurt.
You remember when Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee in the match? What was it, Bret Hart and The Undertaker? And Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels is about to smash Bret Hart in the head with a chair, and he ducked out of the way, and he accidentally nailed the Undertaker, and he was forced to count that.
Yeah.
Well,
Come up
Drew
recently.
McIntyre, I think, is going to aggravate Seth Rollins to where he's going to try to super kick him. He gets out of the way. He nails CM Punk. Drew McIntyre pins him or hits a Claymore or something, and then Seth Rollins like, shit, I got to count this off. And he has to count it out. So this will give McIntyre the win. This will continue the feud with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. And this will show that CM Punk really is the corporate-made Punk by taking an L in his first match in.
Yeah, what do you think?
All the theories that you guys have presented are very plausible and possible. I'm kind of going with a different route though, with CM Punk winning, only because somewhere along the way, Seth gets knocked out, and Drew is trying to revive him, but lo and behold, out of the stands comes AJ Lee, gives him a low blow. They roll back in, and Seth is going to count 1, 2, 3, and have Punk win, which is still going to aggravate their feud, which they're going to carry on into Berlin.
Wow, I did not expect a AJ Lee prediction here at all. Like that with a big surprise.
There have been heavy rumors and talk that she's coming back, but to what extent and what capacity, no one knows. So this will be the time to pull the trigger on it.
Interesting. So what do you guys think about that idea?
That's intriguing. That's intriguing.
Put her as the GM of NXT. Usurp the throne of The Rock's daughter. Get her out of there. Put AJ Lee in there.
That's an interesting one.
That would be great.
Yeah.
AJ that's an on-camera experience as a GM. He technically was a GM once.
And in the background, she's got some great production skills because she's got some stuff going on her own. So I think it would be great, and I have this gut feeling if that would happen, I think there'd be more of a captive audience that would keep on Raw with her being in charge as general manager.
Intriguing. An intriguing idea. I did not have AJ Lee in my mindset, so there you go. I like that idea a lot. So, all right, let's move on. We have two main events, and I know Kurt's been itching to talk about the first one, so let's get to it first. We have the World Heavyweight Championship match. It is Damian Priest taking on Gunther. Sal, you haven't been watching Raw. Gunther has made this match so fucking personal.
Oh, yeah.
He actually used the word street rat when talking about Damian Priest. I heard that was fucking Aladdin. Like,
is he Aladdin?
He's casted judgment upon Judgment Day, and he says, "You are all street trash."
He said street rats the first time. I'm like, what? Street rat?
The only thing Gunther hasn't called them is, "You guys are homeless bums."
I could not believe these are street rats. But anyway, Gunther taking on Damian Priest. The funny part about this match is I had Gunther winning this match when he won King of the Ring, and now I'm not sure anymore. Now the storyline is telling me that Priest is going to win this, and then Gunther's going to win in Berlin. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Kurt, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts? I keep reminding myself the next show is in Berlin. So, go ahead.
I mean, well, Gunther couldn't lose a SummerSlam and then suddenly get a rematch for Berlin, could he? I don't know how they could work that in.
Hey, Braun Breaker randomly had another title match for this show, so.
Yeah, so I'm still going to continue my theory on how Finn Balor is going to interfere in this match, and he'll accidentally cost Damian Priest the championship, much like how Dominic accidentally cost Rhea her match against Liv, and that's going to lead to a gigantic Judgment Day implosion where everybody just goes their separate ways.
I'm intrigued by a Judgment Day implosion. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really intrigued. Sal, what do you think?
I was That's interesting. I like that. I don't know. I would selfishly, I would want Damian Priest to retain as much as I would love for Gunther to win and be champ, but I'm still not over the fact that Finn Balor was the first Universal Champion, dropped it the next day, and never got a title shot back.
That is a Vince thing. Keep that in mind. That's a Vince thing. If
Yeah,
happens,
so
you have to go back. You have that back.
I think he deserves to feud with Damian, have the implosion of Judgment Day, and finally get the title back after all these years. I think he deserves to be champion.
Intriguing. I like that idea, actually. I like Finn Balor taking the belt off Priest eventually. That
I'm going to go with this thought is, do you want Damian to basically have a title change when they're promoting his documentary?
That means nothing to me. Actually, you know what's funny to me? They're premiering that documentary. Oh, by the way, Sal, Damian Priest's documentary coming up this weekend. But they're premiering it at a special on, I think today or tomorrow. I forgot what day they're doing it. During SummerSlam weekend, Damian Priest live with special guests Rhea and Dominic, and they're going to debut his documentary there.
It's happening Friday.
Before SmackDown? I forgot when it was. Yeah.
Wait, like on Peacock?
Well, they're going to have it on Peacock, but they're going to do a big premiere with like fans and everything in Cleveland before it premieres on Peacock. So,
okay.
So my thing is, do you want him to look weak? I don't think so. I think you still want him and his character to be strong.
Will he look weak though? Will he look weak? I don't think he's going to look weak if he comes up short to Gunther.
Because my thing is that he wins against Gunther, has the belt, but at the end, JD McDonough and Finn come in and he work him over. And that is that way.
Interesting.
That's Finn's way of saying, you know what? I'm tired of taking a back seat. I'm tired of being overshadowed by you. This is my way of saying, okay, I'm next. You're going to face me next. And I'm going to take your title.
Intriguing idea. That's absolutely intriguing. So, sorry, I was having an issue here. I adjust something on my soundboard. All right. We have one more match. And I have a feeling it's going to be the main event. And I'm saying I already know why it's going to be the main event. It is the WWE Championship, because I refuse to call it undisputed. The WWE Championship. It is Cody Rhodes taking on Solo Sikoa. If you told me this was going to be the main event of SummerSlam, I would have never believed you. I would have never believed you. But I'm just going to go first here. And this is going to be the night Roman Reigns returns. This is going to be after Cody retains, and then the new bloodline attacks. And then we hear Roman Reigns music hit, and he's the one. He comes out to save Cody Rhodes against the new bloodline.
Hey, what?
Out of respect, because the crowd wants him to be a babyface, so why the hell not at this point? That's where I'm looking at this. Sal, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that Cody's going to be retaining for the next 16 fucking years. But the whole Roman thing.
You sound like Christian, by the way.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
I don't know about the Roman thing though. He needs I think he deserves a little more time off.
All right. I don't think he's going to wrestle right away, but I think having the moment at SummerSlam would be huge. I mean, that'd be a huge moment.
But I feel like the longer you wait, the more special it's going to be.
True. Well, I also think maybe we're setting up, because they announced War Games officially today. Mm-hmm. They officially announced War Games happening 2 days after Dad's birthday. 2 days after Dad's birthday. 2 days after Thanksgiving. We're going to have to figure out how we're doing a preview show for that, by the way. We're going to figure that out that week. I have an idea I got to run by you guys off the air. But not for that. But anyway, it's also Dad's birthday week. But I can see them doing War Games with Bloodline versus Bloodline. And they have to have Roman come back to start setting that up. Right. So this should be the time to do it. He doesn't have to be on TV all the time. So that's just where I look at it. Oh, there's lightning outside. There's a lightning strike outside just now all of a sudden.
Thunderstorm is on its way.
Exactly.
I don't see them putting a belt on Solo, not a championship belt.
Or even a weight belt.
How about a black belt?
How about a fine piece of German leather?
Well, no matter if for an AEW, they would
How about a gold belt like Jethro Bodine and the Beverly Hillbillies? There you go. Yeah, no, Cody's going to retain, but yeah, I do believe that Roman's going to make an appearance, which is going to cause some disruption with the new bloodline, which basically Roman's going to draw his line in the sand and saying, okay, if you're not with me, you're against me, family versus family. This is going to be control of the entire family. And once this is all said and done, you guys are either going to be on my side or you're going to fade off into the woodwork and do something else.
Well, I'm intrigued to see where this all goes because I really, really hope we have a Bloodline versus Bloodline match at Survivor Series, personally.
Because
so
I'm hearing there's another family member that will be coming in.
You just say it. Hikuleo signed with WWE. Just say it because everyone knows.
Yeah, and I
it's
don't
not exactly a secret,
right? And I don't know when they want to pull the trigger on that. I'm probably guessing maybe at the Berlin show.
Maybe we'll see what happens. They also got to have Jimmy come back too. So then Jimmy's got to come back too.
Well, so, yeah, and then they're gonna want the tag straps back. So
I don't know. I would laugh if it ends up being like Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga versus the Usos randomly. And everyone was expecting like the Usos ends up being Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga versus the Usos.
That would not be a bad program to go with because then you're building up that energy and momentum to have the war games.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a bad matchup. I just find it funny that everyone's looking forward to the Tongans versus the Usos, and we're going to end up with Fatu and Tama Tonga against the Usos. I think it's very funny. That's all.
No, think of it as a family scrap during Thanksgiving when who gets the last drumstick.
Okay, then. On that note, that is SummerSlam, and that is our pay-per-view preview for today. Look, Sal, we can get out of here early for a change. Look at that. We can do that.
Hey. Hi, guys. I got a fun fact for today. Do you know in the Hawaii...
Can you feel the warmth tonight?
Oh, my God.
We are.
Guys, have a nice day.
It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
I warned him. This is a simple plan.
Like the Oscars.
This is a simple plan. Can you put left in it? This is off the brand new album that Disney is putting together of Pump Rock covers. I swear to God, it's the thing that's happening right now.
Yes.
It's a new album called A Whole New Sound, and this is one of the first songs coming up. And trust me, you'll hear the other one in a couple of shows. Don't worry, it's on the list.
You're despicable.
Sal, why don't you tell everybody where all the information go?
Yeah. Oh, maybe if I scroll, I can read it. Okay, yeah. For more information on you can find us on social media or watch the show on YouTube or whatever this thing is called. Go to theblakeandsalshow.com. Don't forget, please comment, leave a rating and review, and we will make fun of you on the show.
Yeah, by the way, this is on it's been on Facebook and YouTube all night. I have people jumping in and out. We've had about like 5 or 6 people watching live. Good word, and we're doing better job advertising. This is the first time we're doing this live like this, so I didn't want to go crazy advertising it because I didn't know what we were doing. So to be honest with you, to be honest here, this is the first time we're doing this, so I didn't want to like have this whole big audience and then we fuck up.
So we're winging it. Yeah, that's it.
No, we're not winging it. You saw how much I had props set up for this. Like, come on, you gotta give me credit for that.
Okay.
Dad, say your thing.
Hey, as always, it's been your pleasure. And if you happen to have a local independent organization where you live at, here comes, please patronize these people. These young men and women coming up in the world of professional wrestling.
Cody Rhodes.
That's the story. I'm sure his wife does. And several times.
I see myself in you, and I love me.
I love you too. But hey, yes, patronize these people. Professional wrestling, and they want to show you what they can do and how they can entertain
It's
you.
still going
Their
on.
moves, their gimmick, their promos.
Fuck them
Please
kids.
do this respectfully, though. We're all adults. We can all get along. Can't we all love each other? Kumbaya. I can hear your hands clap. See his name, he appears.
Oh my god. Anyway, Kurt, anything you want to plug or you can?
Not at the moment. Still just living a good life. Just slowly honing my craft, getting the equipment together. I'm slowly getting ready to begin my next
The grand
venture.
return?
When it comes, when it happens, I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
I, for one, am very excited.
All right, next week.
As am I.
Next week we're not gonna be live. We're gonna have a normal show. Next week we're gonna have some fun. I'll listen to that out on the feed next Saturday. We'll be back live on August 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time with Rich Fan for the PW Tour to preview AEW All In. We're
All in
previewing
what?
the show, and Dad's going to go out of town right after we do that show. So,
All in what?
so all in bad jokes. Anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you, Kurt, for coming on the show. As always, this is a great time. I'm Blake.
I'm Sal.
I'm Mark.
And you've been listening to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark. Have a good day, everybody.
We love you guys. Be safe. But also love each other.
It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Kitty.